Hey guys, it's Christian, your Vancouver realtor, helping you with the second most important decision of your life, which is buying your forever home or selling it. Now, what I want to do for this video is it's a market update. The focus is on condos in Vancouver and the Burnaby area. It's a very fast moving market right now, and I'm going to get some numbers up in a second and then share a couple of stories with you just so you can see this in full detail in your own mind's eye. Now, the first thing I want to do is just let you know the sales have been very strong. November tends to be a sleepier month, not this time around. We had about 3,400 sales. That's sort of 12% higher than it normally is. That's for all product types. That's for condos, townhomes, detached homes. Now, hopefully on your screen you can see here the breakdown of the three product types. The most active, still townhomes, people buying that extra space, they're working from home, 74% selling of the 100 that are available. Condos, 54% sales to listings ratio. Just to be clear, sales, that means of all homes available on the market, that's how many sold in 1 month. And for the detached market, 34%, still quite strong. Just so you know, those numbers are normally between 12 and 20% in a balanced market. When they are above 20%, that's when you have a rising, climbing market. And you can see all three of those product types are in very strong seller's market. And if I'm coming across as really intense with you, it's because I am. And I really want you to understand what's happening, especially if you've been sitting on the fence and you're pondering whether this is the right time or not. I would suggest to you, with these super low interest rates and very low supply, plus the fact that we see these type of sales numbers, go ahead, go out and get yourself something, and pull the trigger on something, because what happens is this is the type of market where you sit on your hands for 3 months. That same condo now costs you an extra $50,000 in March, right? And so it's only 3 months older. It's the same thing. But that's what these kinds of markets will do to prices. So, and it can price you out pretty quick. Okay, I want to share a couple of examples with you. Last night, my clients were interested. A nice condo, 2-bedroom, Concord Pacific in Metrotown. Metrotown, of course, one of the big nodes here in Burnaby. And we kind of noodled whether or not we should make an offer. And I told my guys, look, if you're not at a certain price point, it's not worth your time to even bother with the offer. This is a high floor unit. It's a brand new building, 3 or 4 years old. It comes with air conditioning, nice Southwest Vantage. And this group, the seller's agents reported having about 55 to 60 showings in the first 6 days that it was on the market. Now, why do I tell you that? That's a number that goes unreported. It's one of the first questions I always ask the seller's agent, and you should too. How many viewings have you had? How many groups have you sent the strata documents out to? There's no real reason for them to lie. They'll tell you the truth. And it is indicative of the level of buyer interest and activity on a property. That's why I like to ask it. And I told my guys, look, I don't even think you need to write an offer on this place, because with 65 viewings in 7 days, they're going to be selling way above asking. And that one was listed at, I think, $849 and sold well into the 900s. 7 offers, lots of activity on a home like that. So, very important that you understand that's the market. Now, we were looking also at a 2-bedroom condo this is West Bank's project over in Cornish, South Granville, and Marpole area. And same thing. In that case, it sold very quickly. The buyer didn't even see it. He bought it sight unseen. Right? It was actually tenanted. The tenant wouldn't let anybody come inside. And so the seller's agent was showing another unit with the same floor plan and just said, well, the other one looks just like this one. And so the buyer ended up pulling the trigger on it, didn't even see it, and pretty much paid close to the asking price. So when we see, when I share anecdotes like that with you, that to me is telling us that the market is very, very strong right now. A couple more. I've got another group. We're looking for a one-bedroom investment property, sort of eyeing downtown or Brentwood. What I can tell you about Brentwood, there's a lot of newer product. It's very, very good for SkyTrain shopping. New Brentwood Mall, door to door, you're downtown in about 29 minutes, and I can't find anything good. I literally found 2 nice units, with air conditioning and modern buildings, less than 10 years old, concrete. 2 good units. Normally you'd find at least about 20. So that just speaks to how much of an inventory, lack of supply we have out there right now, and it's just going to push prices up. Both of those units had offers on them as well. So it's really the type of market where we have to move. Now, a couple other examples. Even stepping out to Surrey, we always used to make fun of Surrey, and not anymore. Pre-sales market has been going gangbusters all of 2021. Just from my wife is telling me, another project sold out in a weekend. That's the Flamingo, and they sold 375 units in 2 days. Holy smokes. I mean, that's incredible. We're looking at close to $1,000 a square foot in Surrey. That is a trend we're seeing a lot of right now. Used to be that downtown was really expensive, price per square foot, and then it went down the further you got away from the city. That is beginning to flatten right now. A lot of people may be working from home, wanting that extra space, or able to afford a place like Surrey more than they could Vancouver at the beginning of the year. And so there's been a lot of focus on the outlying areas and suburbs, and it's really picked up. Okay, and then circling back into downtown. And this is where we're going to leave it today. Downtown. Sales numbers, anything under 800,000, we're looking at sales to listings ratios of about 90%. That means everything pretty much is selling if it's under that price point. So very, very active market, lots of buyers out there. When I tell you that there's been 65 to 70 groups, right? And those are numbers that don't go reported anywhere. You can't read that on an MLS data sheet, but it's part of the checklist of questions that your realtor should be asking, that I would be asking if I were your agent, and it lets us know what type of activity we are seeing out there. Okay, what the competition is going to be like, and you can see this at the open house. When you've gone up to see the unit, you come back downstairs, you're walking out the front door. If you see a lineup around the block, that's a pretty busy market. And so downtown, very busy. Anything under 800,000, 2 bedrooms up to 1.25, very, very busy, moving quickly, being bought fast is what that means. Last, even the dog units. So I was looking for a client out in Burnaby East. When I say dog, I mean a little bit older, not bylaw friendly, may have pet restrictions, they may have rental restrictions. And so with that, these types of units tend to sit on the market a lot longer. They can take 3, 4, 5 months to sell. I'm seeing those units start to sell pretty quick. And when those units, they tend to be the last ones scooped up. When they're going, now we know we are in a very, very busy market because it's trickled down from the very nice product to just about everything else. Okay, so hope that is clear. The real point I want you to take away from this video is it's very busy. You really need to be working in lockstep with your agent and your mortgage broker. With clients right now, I am not even going out to look at homes until I get the green light from their mortgage broker that they have a pre-approval in writing and that we know exactly what their budget is, and that I can get their broker on the phone at 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night if for whatever reason we go above that budget, because we have to make sure that the numbers and the ratios on the financing side all work out well. So I hope that's been of value to you. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. We love having you, and we'll see you next time.